Babadoa Chi-Chi-Cho, Duel Commander, go, go, go. Duel Commander on the way, Babadoa Chi-Chi-Chay. Like and subscribe, please.
Hello, Babadoa Chichi Cho. Welcome to another episode of Duelcast MTG. This deck comes to us from JLindland or JLindland. This is Saskia the Unyielding. This is not blue aggro. So Saskia is black, red, green, and white for a 3/4 with vigilance and haste. As she enters, choose a player. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. So this is clearly commander design. You can hit someone with no blocker and then have your creatures deal that much damage to a different opponent. But in 1v1, this says double your combat damage. So this is 4-color pure aggro. We have 7 mana dorks, including Badger Maul Cub. None of the elves that tap for just green because color fixing is really important, and I think that's right. So Avacyn's Pilgrim, Birds, Deathrite Shaman, Delighted Halfling, Elves of Deep Shadow, Ignoble Hierarch, and Badger Maul Cub. One thing that I did change in the deck was it was playing 36 lands, and I wanted 38, and it had Deadpool in it, so I can't play that card on Magic Online, so that became a land. And there was some weird 3-drop pet card of Jay's that I also cut for a land. Yeah. But the objective of this deck is deal damage. We are playing 47 creatures, and 28 of them are here to deal damage. And we also have a Rancor. So the idea of this deck is to play above rate creatures, or below rate creatures that have better combat stats than their mana value, and curve out and kill your opponent quickly. So all of these creatures have other utility, or most of them. I'll go through the ones that don't. So Wild Nacatl is often a 1-mana 3/3. Ajani deals a ton of damage. Frenzied Baloth is a hate piece, but it is a 3/2 trample haste. Inti buffs your creatures and can bottle a card. Keen-Eye Curator is a 2-mana 3/3 that becomes a 7/7 trample and his graveyard hate. Nashoba Brawler is often a 2-mana 4/3 trample. Scythe Cat Cub, Trampler, makes anything huge, including itself. Territorial Kavu, often a 2-mana 4/4. Wildfire Wickerfolk, this is a card I hadn't played with and I think is sweet. Red and the green for a 3/2 with haste, and Delirium, it is a 4/3 trample. Barrogoyf, broken. Bombardiers hate it, but broken. Detectives Phoenix gets in for a ton of damage. Doran, I don't know how good Doran actually is in this deck, but Saskia is a 3/4, and Doran is essentially a 3-mana 5/5, so it's pretty sweet. General Ferris Rockrick makes 4/4s. Lelia, super aggressive, bottles cards. Lightning sort of feels like a combo in this deck. If you don't know Lightning, 1 a red and a white for a 3/2 with First Strike, Trample, and Lifelink. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, until your next turn, if a source you control would deal damage, you deal double that much damage instead. So with Lightning and Saskia, your combat damage is quadrupled. Flage, Raph and Leo's sibling rivals. This card is fun. 2/4, whenever it attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap 1 or 2 target attacking creatures. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. This Reckless Stormseeker is a card Jay really likes. It is 2 and a red for a 2/3, and at the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn, and it has Daybound. So really, this is a 3-mana 3/3 haste, and if no spells are cast at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn, and now it's a 3/4. So this is really good if it flips, you cast Saskia. Saskia is now a 5/4 trample haste that's dealing a billion damage. I think personally this card could be fear of missing out, but I'm not gonna tinker too much. Screaming Nemesis, card I hate. Synth Eradicator, 3/3 haste, can deal damage by paying energy. Caves of Chaos Adventurer, this is one of the few red cards I do love. Initiative creature with trample, bottles cards. I thought about putting Undermountain Adventurer in over Deadpool, because we have the other two initiative creatures that are reasonable in these colors, an Undermount Adventurer Task for mana, but it's too many 4-drops, and the initiative isn't always great in the current meta. Gore Clan Rampager. This is a card I do adore. Uh, 2 a red and a green for a 4/4 with trample, but for red and a green, you can discard it and give an attacking creature +4/+4 and trample until end of turn. Minsc and Boo, Pyrogoyf, Seasoned Dungeoneer, and Territorial Hellkite. If Saskia is on board, this kills your opponent. 2 and 2 red for a 6/5 with flying and haste, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent at random that it didn't attack, and it has to attack that opponent. You only have one opponent. So this card's sweet here too. Jay's favorite win condition in this deck is Laelia and Tainted Pact. If you don't know how this works, whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your library and or your graveyard put a 1/1 counter on Laelia, Tainted Pact happens one at a time. So though the spell is resolving all at once, Laelia gets a trigger for each card you exile. So you go to combat, they declare no blocks, you Tainted Pact, Laelia gets to lethal, and that's that. We've got some creatures to protect our own creatures, and Mother and Giver get you through combat to deal lethal. Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard, red and a green for a 3/3, great rate. And you can sacrifice him, so legendary creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Malira, another 2 mana 3/3, exiler. If a target creature would go to the graveyard, it comes back instead. A bunch of hate pieces. So Emperor of Bones is great to bring back another creature with haste, attack for lethal. Squelcher for the blue decks, Jennifer Walters for the blue decks, Keen-Eyed Curator I already mentioned. My Scornful Striker, this deals a lot of damage if you're playing against a deck without a lot of creatures. Every time they cast a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. And like I said, we're playing 47 creatures. Spider-Punk for the blue decks, Thalia to tax the blue decks, and Voice of Victory for the blue decks. Jay hates blue. That's why this deck has none and does one thing and does it very well. We do have a lot of removal in the deck, which I like. So because we're a 4-color deck, we don't want a lot of lands that tap for 1 color, but Boseiju and Iganjo are kind of too good not to play in this deck. Chain Lightning goes face. Erode deals with a Planeswalker. Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt goes face. Swords to Plowshares, we don't really want our opponents gaining life, but it's too good not to play. Moloch, very aggressive, removal. Bowmasters can go face, is removal. Bombardiers deals a ton of damage, is removal. Dismember as super efficient removal. Ghostfire Slice can go face. Flage can go face. Synth Eradicator can go face. Pyrogoyf can go face. Snuff Out is free. Fury and Pyrokinesis are just too efficient as mass removal, and Fury does a lot of damage. Then we're just playing these 3 cards because they're super broken. So that's Arena of Glory, Demonic Tutor, obviously, and 4th Aerolingus. Good early, good late, huge finisher. Yeah. The sole idea of this deck is to curve out and kill your opponent. I was at a tournament with Jay in which I had a match finish pretty quickly. It was probably 20-25 minutes. And, I packed up my stuff, walked around. I saw him just sitting there on his phone, and I was like, oh, what happened? He goes, oh, I curved out twice and killed my opponent. It took 15 minutes. So that's what we're trying to do today. We don't really want to be interacted with, because if you're not and you have Mana Dork curve out and they don't have useful interaction, they might just die on 3. So I think this deck kind of rips. I am excited to play it. With all that said, let's go Duel. If you're looking for a great Duel Commander event to play in the US and can make it over to the Oklahoma City area, there is the Boomtown Brawl on September 19th at Games HQ with sliding scale pricing based on attendance. Dual lands and reserved list cards are available. Make sure to check it out. Okay, round number 1 on the draw against Glarb. They are going to interact with us. And this is a 6-land hand. I will mulligan. Fetch land, Deathrite, cards that deal damage, keep. I think we're putting back Emperor of Bones. Yeah, we'll put back Emperor of Bones. I'm going to try to go Deathrite into Nemesis. If Deathrite gets countered or killed, we'll go Wildfire Wickerfolk and just start dealing damage. They go fetch land and pass. Oh, this is the discard pump guy. Sick. That deals a lot of damage. I need to get green-red here. Oh, I can't. So, do I want red-black? Mana Confluence is anything, so it's a little less consequential. I would like to have a swamp or snuff out. All right. Deathrite's in there. They fetch and surveil. I do love a Deathrite Shaman. Like you would not believe. Well, you probably would believe it, because why wouldn't you believe it? But you love a Deathrite Shaman. Psychic Frog. Well, really hard to block a Screaming Nemesis. Oh, the Emperor came back. All right, you want to be in this game. Exile your land instead of mine. Make red, because Screaming Nemesis is red. Combat, declare attackers. Attack, and they take 3, and I'll pass. 16. We're going to take a hit from this frog. Saskia Resolve. Oh, I can discard this thing. Interesting. All right, another land is nice. So I can go Wicker Folk. I am going to do that. Make green, red, Wildfire Wicker Folk. Let's fetch green-white here. Go to combat. Attack for 6. So this can just be 10 here. Go to damage. Discard this guy. And let's buff the Screaming Nemesis. This is just 10. Yeah, this is just 10 if nothing happens. Wait, did I screw that up? Oh, I screwed that up. I needed to do it in blocks. Oh, no. I'm a fool. But Emperor can bring this back as just a 4/4. Emperor gives us a lethal attack. They have to start doing something. Thought Lash. Well, we'll make them exile a bunch of cards. Inti. All right, let's go Emperor. Emperor trigger. Take this guy. Activate Emperor. Oh, I have to do Deathrite first. Activate Emperor. Attack for 1 billion. You're going to have to discard a lot of cards here. Or exile a lot of cards here. Back with my creatures. All right, fetch land gone. Snuff out gone. I think the smart play is to exile cards until they're at 1, maybe? Riddler gone. They have 6 cards in hand and haven't really done anything but this frog. Really just, okay, Tainted Pact is gone. Well, it doesn't matter because Thought Lash. I'm hoping to see Jace exiled is really what we need to happen. Oh, I can just F6 here. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, they just prevent all the damage. Okay. Thought Lash, did you get your Jace? No. Surveil Land. Brainstorm. I'll use Broadside to kill Glarb because sort of have to. I can F6 here. Yeah, screwing up on the Screaming Nemesis was pretty bad, but not the end of the world just because of the Thought Lash. Although they would have had to, I don't know. It's fine. They're going to pump their frog. I'm at 13. It's not the most life. Murktide Regent. And there's nothing in the graveyard to make them lose life with Deathrite. Orcish Bomanzo. How do I want to do this? I'd have to... I can't kill this Murktide. Go to 9. So I'm dead on the crackback here, but I don't have blockers anyway. Memory lapse. They finally did something. I can concede. Well, yeah, they have enough cards to discard, fly the frog, kill us. I'll make them do it. Oh, I grew the Murktide. Whatever. I can never win this game, but I want to attack. And they're just going to Thought Lash. Makes sense. So we are deceased. However, got to attack for a lot. My Emperor of Bones. All right, we're dead. Go to game 2 on the play. Well, they didn't do anything but Thought Lash, and Thought Lash is not a card we can realistically beat. Okay. I can't cast this Bowmaster. I'm gonna mulligan this. I don't think that's good enough. Minskin Boo, Demonic Tutor, 8-piece. Yeah, I'll keep this. I think I'm putting back Pyrogoyf. Pyrogoyf deals so much damage. Yeah, I'm gonna put back the Pyrogoyf. And I think I just Surveil now. What do I need? I need red. I need black-red here. Do we have that Surveil land? We're not playing, like, max Surveil lands. Looks like we don't. Can I get red-white comfortably? Yes. All right, I'll get the Elegant Parlor. Yeah, we have 3 Surveil lands, and I believe they are... Oh, I hope I didn't just miss Rockets Theater. Oh, do I want the General? I think I do. Well, Glarb's not monocolored, but it makes 4/4s. I actually definitely want this, because it's lets us curve out into probably Minskin Boo over Saskia. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I don't know why I thought Wastewood Verge tapped for black over green. We're getting Thoughtseized. If they're playing heads up, They take Minsc and Boo. Okay, so that's actually, it's not great still. Temple Garden, save the 2 life, say go. Now this taps for black. So I'm glad they took May. I know it's May. It's so funny the difference between reading and listening and speaking because I've watched Last Airbender like 10 times in my life and I still say Mai. All right, they warp a Riddler and use it to just cycle. Oh, Hellkite. I really want to draw land. Red, white, 1 for the general. There was a decorated general with a heart of gold that likened him to the stories he told. Something, 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 memories of old. This song is called The General. Old Dispatch song. Loved that song in high school. All right, they play Beseiju for land. They have their own demonic tutor. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. A Force Spike. If they just get Force Spike here, I'm so sad. But I need to draw land for that to matter. And we didn't. Lelia. Lelia's not multicolored. I really want this land. Can I afford to take the turn off? I don't really think so. All right, we'll cast Lelia. All right, she can find a land. Don't counter it. No Force Spike. I've gotten Wash Away. All right, in for 6. Come on, land. Bottle me a land. Oh, it's Moloch. That's not a land. Can't cast that. They go to 11. I pass. If I do find land, I just go Hellkite. Minsc and Boo, so good, though. All right, here's Glarb. We're Glarbing it. Basic Island. I don't know why. I just feel like they definitely Demonic Tutored for Wash Away. Oh, it's a tapped land. I can Demonic Tutor for a 1-drop. I don't think that's really good. I want to Demonic Tutor for Tainted Pact. I'm definitely attacking with Lelia. If they want to trade Glarb for her, I think that's fine. I could get Ghostfire Slice. Am I into that? I think I am. Ghostfire Slice potentially hit you down to 4? Yeah. I guess I should attack first and see. They have a free block on Rockrick, though. I would have loved to get Hexing Squelcher, but we're still missing that land. Yeah, I'll get the Slice. Dismember also does it. I'll get Ghostfire Slice here. Slice Glarb. Force of Negation, that's illegal. Prevail. Of course I would have hit the land with Lelia. You fool. I am happy for you to make this trade. That was silly. And then we found another land. Do you want to trade your Glarb? You do. I'm fine with that. We Minsc and Boo. No doubt about that. We make a 4/4 with Rockrick. Rockrick. Ferris Rockrick. And all F6. What did you do? Unearth Glarb. Oh my gosh. This game sucks. Probe me. Yeah, take your 2 damage. That's a blocker for a 4/4. Oh, this is the one that gives me extra combats. Worse than Minsc and Boo here for sure. And so if they did get the Wash Away now, they have it like hardcast or whatever. Cleaved. Cleave is what that's called. Yeah, they did get the Wash Away. I had a feeling. But I'll make a 4/4 and pass the turn. So now Tamiyo can't block. We can go Raph and Leo next turn. Get 2 attacks with this jerk. Yeah, they Demonic Tutored and then haven't tapped out of 1 blue. So Wash Away was... Oh, no. Demonic Consultation in hand? That would be sad for me. We'll shock here. Yeah, I'm going Raph and Leo. Oh, do I not have the mana to do it? No, I do. Okay. White, red, 1. Trigger Rockrick. Go to combat. Player attackers. Attack you. Wait, why don't you? Oh, it's when this attacks. Dang it. All right, so we might just die to Dr. Doom here. Nothing I can do about it. We can't cast this Hellkite. Yep. GG. All right. Even though I messed up on the discard that guy to give +4/+4, I think we lose anyway to Thought Lash. And, they're a combo deck. And they have a 2/4 Death Touch blocker. GG's. Some of you may know that I'm an author. This is my first novel, The Vampire Gideon Suicide Hotline and Halfway House for Orphan Girls. This is a very dark comedy about mental health. Vampire runs a suicide hotline. People call and say how bad their lives are, and he says, being dead, way worse. This comes with heavy trigger warnings for domestic violence, sexual violence, and suicide, but please consider checking it out. Thanks so much. Round 2 on the draw again, this time against Crystal Inhuman Princess. I've never seen this card. 1 red-green for a 2/3 flyer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of colors that spell is, and it's a mana dork for everything but black. Okay. 4-color control storm stuff, I guess. I will keep my hand. Get Taiga. No, need white mana. Okay, yeah, get Taiga, go Hierarch into Voice or Jennifer. Jennifer flips into a 6/6 trample, so can deal a lot of damage. This deck can deal a lot of damage. Oh, Wild Growth. So, what are we doing? Should this be Bayou? Basic Forest, not what I'm looking for. I guess this should be Bayou. Is that true? Shrubland doesn't cast my spell. Yeah, it should be Bayou because Plateau's red-white. Okay, figured it out. I'm going to try to pay good attention to the mana, unlike against Glarb, where I didn't realize that my land didn't tap for black. All right, so this is going to be their commander. 2/3 flyer. So maybe they're just like a big ramp deck and just have a mana dork in the gut shot. Oh no. Doesn't stop me from casting any of my spells, but it delays Saskia. Gut shot. So are you like borderline Vivi? Ooh, Ranker. Let's go. I'll go Voice of Victory here. I want to know what your deck does. All right, this Reflecting Pool is a 5-color land. Opponent said, good luck, have fun. And I said, I have no idea what your deck does. And they said, it's what I want, which I respect and love. Really do. All right, more mana. Blue mana. A red mana. All right. Omnath, no. No. What the heck? No. I say no to this. Are we just dead? Oh no. Can't beat Omnath. Need to draw Ghostfire Slice or Dismember. They Surveil, they make 4 more mana. Oh, golly. This stinks. How do we beat Omnath? Strike it rich, we'll take some more damage. A Tithe, we'll take some more damage. I guess I go Ranker onto Jennifer now. I mean, we're still at 16. It's not the end of the world, but this doesn't feel great. Omnath's not an enchantment or an artifact. Flash it back, we take some damage. Get another treasure. What is happening? This Borks. I don't want to take more damage from my lands. Alright, let's go Jennifer and put a Ranker on it. So now at least Omnath doesn't kill us with combat too, unless they just have removal, which seems pretty likely. Gut Shot. We got Gut Shot. They're gonna gain more life. What a beating. What an absolute beating. Alright, I just need to draw removal for this Omnath, and then we're maybe gaming. They have 3 cards. We're gonna take 2 from their commander, go to 13. I can't stop laughing about this Omnath. This sucks. I'm gonna go Thalia, Surveil. Can't really attack here. Oh, Phoenix lets me attack. I'm nowhere near bestowing it. I think I still dump it, and I'll just pass here. Like, taxing all their spells seems really good. And I kind of just want to flip Jennifer. But okay, I don't play on your turn. I can just... Well, I can Beseiju something. There's nothing good to Beseiju, because anything becomes a land, and then Omnath gains life. I guess I could Beseiju the starting town. Might be worth doing. But I do need that as a 6 land to flip Jennifer. 3 mana in the pool. Change their mind. Omnath gains more life. Stop! Stop it! I mean, they have so much mana, I don't think there's a good point in blowing up the starting town. Jeskai Ascendancy? Stop! That is worth a Beseiju. Yeah, that is for sure worth a Beseiju. I don't think I have much choice. I'm not set up to beat that card. So do I want them to just... I think I just want them to gain 4 life rather than make 4 mana right now. Although, they have 2 cards in hand. I'm gonna try this now. I think between Omnath and Jeskai Ascendancy, like, that is too much. They get a Surveil land, so... I mean, now they can cast, like, any... But they didn't cast non-creature spells that turn, and I think that would have been the move. Alright, I'm gonna go to 8, which doesn't thrill me, but... I want to cast Saskia and attack with Jennifer. Oh, tapped wrong. Because we still have the Phoenix in the graveyard, but that'll only be 3. All right, I'm going to cast Saskia and not attack with Jennifer. Do I not have the mana I need? Black, red, white, green. Saskia. Okay. Yeah, I won't attack with Jennifer, and then next turn I'll try to flip her and beat face. So let's F6, and I guess just hope they have, like, nothing. Omnath. Oh, stop with this. They go to 31? That's illegal. I mean, we can deal just so much damage, though. You're getting in with your 2-3. I go to 6. I would like some life gain. Can I have some life gain? All right, well, Doran. That is definitely worse than transforming here. All right, 8-6 trample, double damage. If you block it, I get to do other stuff. Yeah, and we might just die, but is what it is. They're just going to take 16 here. Yeah, they can just afford to take 16. Omnath is such a butthead. Now they're going to gain 4 more life. Freaking Omnath. What do you mean? Doran actually stinks here because it makes Jennifer hit for 2 less. So if I attack with all... No. It's 22. This thing... Oh, I hate it. I hate this Omnath. They're going to get in for 2 here. No more tapping the bird. I have to block. I guess Doran lets the bird hit for 1, aka 2. I cannot afford to shock anymore. So if I cast Doran... Alright, cast Doran, attack. This is 12. You can trade Omnath for Saskia. I think I do cast Doran here. Wish it had haste. Go to combat, declare attackers, attack. This is 12 and 8. They can just take this damage too. I think I have to attack with the Voice of Victory. Yeah, this is how I do it. Because now it's a lethal attack. They have to block Saskia, right? Or does it matter? Just might not matter. Wait, we win? Go face with Jennifer. Oh, I think we win. Yay, we did it! Saskia! We beat an Omnath. They were at 31, and they gained 4 or 8 more. We dealt a lot of damage. Glad I figured out the stupid combat math. Oh. Yeah. No, I don't have red mana for Bombardiers or Flage, but this hand can deal so much damage. Do I trust the deck to just deliver me a red source? I do. I'm keeping. Mana's never going to be perfect with this deck. That's just not what I can afford to do. Ugh, another red spell. We can cast Flage at least. We can cast a Johnny and Flage. Those cards are both good. All right, next turn. Man, if I draw a red source, I am just so set up. Red source. Don't plow my halfling. That's my only... No! I said don't. Oh my gosh. I said don't do that. All right, I can still cast a Johnny. And I do need a red source. So if I draw a red source, I get to go... All right, that doesn't kill a Johnny. If I draw a red source, I get to go a Johnny into Bombardier, throw the cat, flip a Johnny, start dealing more damage. Red source. Deck. So close. All right, here's a Johnny. Red source. Yeah, I would have loved that halfling to just... Well, I don't even know that I would Flage Renin 6 here. It's so weird that Renin 6 is like power crept to oblivion. Like, it's definitely still playable in Duel, but it just doesn't feel that good. And they can never kill this cat with it. They can have a 2-3 here. So I'll just attack Renin 6 with the cat. Flip a Johnny 0. They hit it to 1. Red source. Come on. Red source. No! Another red spell. Ugh, this game sucks. Needed that delighted halfling. Didn't you know? Alright, attack Renin 6. Put it to 3. Red source next turn, please! Avu's only a 3-3. That plow borked. Could have gone Saskia. The Jeskai Ascendancy is back, and I don't have Beseiju this time. I think we might be cooked. And they never miss a land drop for the rest of the game. We did overcome Omnath. They flooded out horrifically, but we did overcome Omnath. They're not going to bonk for 2 here. So they have something. Red source. Oh, Bowmaster. Bowmaster's not bad. It does die to Renin 6. Heck, Renin 6. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell... Okay, but this... Okay, it's a May on the Jeskai Ascendancy. And if I cast Bowmaster before they activate Renin 6, they just kill Bowmaster. And Renin 6 has done its job. Like, I don't think they'll have a problem deleting it to kill a Bowmaster. That's really bad for them. Curiosity. Oh, snap. I think I hold off on the Bowmaster. Like with the Jeskai Ascendancy, I'm not going to get to kill their crystal. So I'm really just hoping they want to use 6 here. Curiosity is in. Crack your fetch, use 6 to pick it up. I could also Bowmaster my cat at end step. Oko. Jeez. I don't think this game is winnable, but I think I have to Bowmaster now. They can elk it or whatever, but... And then if I flip a Johnny, they just kill it in combat. Yeah, I don't think this game is winnable. I will keep trying. Oh, you have a counterspell. I would not have guessed. Okay, yeah, GG. Let's go to game 3. Cool deck. That was like the VV curiosity thing. They said that's what my deck does. Yeah, I get it. This is so slow. Mulligan, keep. Thalia seems atrociously bad for them. I don't think the Curator matters very much. And I might keep Pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis red card. I'm definitely keeping the hand. I think I'm going to put back Keynight Curator. Oh, Thalia makes Pyrokinesis cost more, though. All right, we're on the full damage plan. I don't want to interact. I want to deal lethal damage. And I played the wrong land, but it's fine because... Ooh, Ranker, keep. Slap that on a Thalia. Slap that on a Thalia. If they fetch, they're playing all good cards. I mean, we're also technically playing all good cards. There are maybe 2 or 3 that I think are actually kind of stinkers, but that's okay. Yeah, Thalia seems really good against them. Do I want black-white here? No, I need green to cast the Curator. Okay. Savannah. Savannah? Is it Bayou? I think it's actually Bayou. Yeah. White 1 Thalia. And we're in. Nice. Next turn, Surveil, slap the Ranker on Thalia, attack for 4. Initiative doesn't seem great because they have a flyer in the command zone. Don't do it. Leave Thalia alone. Leave Thalia alone. Ren and 6 again, this frickin' guy. Now they get to just shoot Thalia. Annoying. And because I played this stupid thing, I can't go Curator next turn. And Curator is really good against Ren and 6. Alright, well, never punish. Savannah. And I think I want to keep up the mana to exile their land so that Ren and 6 can't pick it up. Oh, well, I couldn't have played Ranker anyway. Never mind. Battle of the Weird Decks continues. Hopefully they just, don't have another land and we're counting on Ren and 6 to do that for them. Dang it. I'm going to eat the Strike It Rich so they can't flash it back. Then put a Ranker on the Keynight Curator and kill Ren and 6. And if we draw a 2-drop, we can double spell. Can I make Keynight a 7/7? No. Plage! Stop having all these good cards! Alright, untapped land lets me go Saskia, kill Ren and 6. Alright, untapped land? Hey, thank you, deck. Let's get black-red, I guess. Yeah, now we're really set up for colors. I'm gonna go Saskia over the Adventurer. I want to kill this Ren and 6. I'm sick of this Ren and 6. So good against that Thalia, too. Alright, I'm sick of you, guy. Get you out of here. They haven't shown me removal except for Gut Shot, but they have to have it. And Plow, obviously. But you're a white deck, you're playing Plow. Alright, so you have something to do. This kills their commander. But I also think it's better to get the Caves of Chaos Adventure in here. I don't think Saskia is living through this. They left all their mana untapped when they could have cast their commander. Alright, well, attack for essentially 10 here. Oh my gosh, is this just happening? What is your hand? Here's a 5/3 trample. You have a counter spell? Like, what do you have? Reprieve. Okay, kind of fine. We draw a haste creature. Oh, they're going to pick up the reprieve. But I don't see a way to draw it. And that doesn't help against Saskia. They have 5 cards in hand. Like, what are they? They have the reprieve. So 1-drop lets me double spell. Now they have the flyer in, so I don't even really want to take the initiative. Deathrite. Okay. Combat. See if you want to block or go to 1. I feel like they have to block, right? Well, I have trample. But if they do anything, I get to go Deathrite plus Chaos Adventurer. Okay. Yeah, I think they basically had to do this. I can also just go Deathrite pass. Like if they don't reprieve it, and then just drain them out with it. They go to 7 here. Cast Deathrite. Oh, I have to get through combat. Yeah, cast Deathrite. All right, and Surveil and pass. Now if they want to cast their commander, they're tapped out of reprieve. I don't want this land. Wait, they didn't even have the reprieve. Eladamri's Call. Oh, and they're getting VV. You are a VV deck. And they have 4 more cards. All of them could be spells. They go to 6. If they have VV Curiosity, that's, I guess, how I lose this game. I guess I should have just cast this. All right, here's VV. Do you have the Curiosity to slap on it, is the question. Deathrite also gains life. All right, they're just casting it as a 0/3 right now. Oh, voice. Sick. They have to counter. They didn't. Take the initiative? Say whatever to this Deathrite drain? Just put Mega Lethal on board? Are they just dead anyway? Yeah, I attack with Deathrite, and then they can't cast spells. I guess they could have Otawara or a Ganjo would blow me out, but that's gonna be what it's gonna be. Attack with both my creatures. Okay, it is gonna be one of those. Looks like it's a Ganjo, which is worse for me. No, it's Otawara. Sick. Okay, so now they get to block. I guess a Ganjo and Otawara are like the same thing here, but they have to like kill Voice of Victory, get the initiative. They have a bunch of problems here. I can F6 through the turn. All right, tapping a bunch of mana. Don't like that. Ophidian Eye. Okay, so that's a Curiosity effect. And Vivi can make a ton of mana. This is dangerous. They're tapping all of their mana, though. Jeskai Ascendancy. No! Vivi's only good for 2 mana here, though. And then I just block and kill them. They had an Elvish Spirit Guide. They made green. Now they have 3 mana. You have a green non-creature spell here? Noxious Revival. Getting back Flage. Flage is at least a creature spell. We might just die. That would be a bummer. Because Flage kills the voice. They dumped a No More Lies. I think that's smart. They don't have the... okay, now they have the mana to Flage. I was just thinking, wait, you don't have the mana to Flage. But they kill... so they kill Voice of Victory. I don't even have to block. They played their land already. All right, Jeskai Ascendancy still happens. Oh, it's a Leyline Binding. Right, Noxious Revival puts Flage on top. That was just to cast a spell. But they don't have anything to discard. So what are you going to Leyline Bind? Leyline Bind? It's got to be Voice of Victory, right? They do have 1 in hand still. 3 mana. No white mana. And it's Flage, right? No, Flage is... oh, they... oh, it's draw and then discard. So they picked up Flage to discard it. Got it. I think I can just give them the initiative. How big are you? 6? But then, sure, you draw a card, you get the initiative, and then I kill you on the crackback. Right? I think so. I think that's how this works. Because they bound the Chaos Adventurer. Yeah, we're fine. All right, cool. Saskia, pass. White, red, green, black. Saskia, choose you. Slap a Rancor on the Voice of Victory just because I can. Play my land just so I can try to win while absolutely hellbent. We did it! Saskia! It's the Sussy Baka. Jay taught me the slang Sussy Baka. I've already forgotten what it means, but his list is called Sussy Bakia. And we dealt so much damage. GG. This is my latest novel. My therapist says this grief journal is a good idea. This is a dark comedy about family trauma that explores what it means to grow up in an unsafe home. Heavy trigger warnings for domestic violence and suicide. But again, please consider checking it out. Nothing bad happens to the dog. The dogs are the love and catharsis of the story. Felt necessary to put that out there based on the cover art. Thanks so much. Round 3, we're on the play against Nakia. So challenging the Monarch should be pretty trivial, but this hand is just not great. We do have removal for Nakia. I can go tapped land into Hierarch plus Mother. I wish I had an untapped green source, but I think this hand is good. I'll keep it. They will have blockers for everything, but we should just deal more damage than them. So I'll go tapped land, pass. Probably want to keep a Ganjo as a spell. I'll lock up this 4th land. Ghostfire Slice is always going to cost 3 in this matchup. And they go Skyshroud Rangers, so they'll be able to take the Monarchy next turn, but we should be able to take it back. Do I just want to go Badger here? If I go Badger... well, either way, next turn I get to cast Saskia, but Mother should be really good for taking the Monarch and defending it. So I think I just want to do this. Just Ignoble Hierarch plus its Mother. And I can use Mother really proactively in this matchup. Oh, but Saskia has haste. That's right. So next turn we're looking at land, Badger Mole, then the land, cast Saskia, pro green, hit for 6, take the Monarch. Inkmoth Nexus. Interesting. Yep, here's Nakia. You will draw your card, but then I will draw mine. Fury. This is devoid. Stupid. Oh, so I need the white. So because Saskia is 4 color, I might actually not be able to do everything I want to do. I can't hardcast Fury. I can Ghostfire Slice Nakia and take the Monarch. Play Beseju, think for a second. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to go Badger Mole, Ghostfire Slice Nakia, and I'm going to bend the Surveil Land. Next turn I have hardcast Fury. I guess I could have just cast Saskia without the Badger, but I kind of like this line. This game's going to be about the Monarchy, and we draw land. Means I get to keep a Ganjo. I don't want to see like a questing beast. That would make me sad. But anything without haste is kind of fine. And anything 3 toughness or less is also kind of fine. They do have 7 in hand. I don't think I can deal them 18 with Saskia next turn. That's a big ask. She can hit for 8 though. But I think I'll probably want to wipe their board. Talon Gates. Ah, boo. Boo! There you protect your guy. Is Nakia again? Sure. I'm still hardcasting Fury. Oh, Screaming Nemesis. Now I can pitch cast Fury, cast Saskia, take the Monarch. I like that. This way I get stupid Screaming Nemesis out of my hand. Dumb jerk. Green, black, white, red. No, I need to keep white up for a Ganjo. Crud. This mana. Black, green, red, white. Okay, so I just can't. And that's fine. Choose you. Go to combat. Hit you for a lot. Am I attacking with Mother? I don't think so. All right, so they go to 8. I take the Monarchy. I draw a fetch land. I don't really know what they can do here to survive. But they have 7 in hand. Like, it has to be doable. But just being able to go block, protect is pretty strong here. I also miss the fact that they're an Echoing Deep stack. They can get the Monarchy back with the Inkmoth Nexus. Oh, I could have gone Saskia plus Nemesis last turn, I guess. Oh, Clamp, that's a good one. Yep, Clamp your guy. Makes sense to me. 4 mana remaining. They'll have 7 cards again. Oh, Saskia is just lethal with Exalted. City of Traders. A lot of mana. Where are you going with it? Lumra, sure. That does not save you here. Okay, GG. I can't imagine this is a great matchup for them, but if they are doing unfair land stuff, then maybe they sneak one past us. But on the play, I just feel like unbeatable, basically. 1 land. Mulligan. I don't want to erode a mana dork. No green source for this bird. They don't really care about casting non-creature spells. Don't have a red card for Pyrokinesis. I'm going to go to 5. I think I can do better. I'll punish, but I'm keeping this. Put back Dungeoneer, plus probably Raph and Leo. If I draw an untapped white source, I get to plow their turn 1. Yeah. All right. These 2 back. I do hate mulliganing to 5. All right, here's the elf. Untapped white source, please. Nope. But that's fine. Ramping seems fine. I tapped the wrong color mana. Why do I do this so often? All right, my own elf and pass. Would much prefer this be Avacyn's Pilgrim, but can't do anything about it. Matic Vista, that'll get a forest. They will likely cast Nakia. And I think I just offer up a trade, unless I find a plow, or an untapped white source. I did not. Unforge. So I can go... No, I can't go at Johnny Surveil. All right, here's this guy. And I will attack and offer up the trade. So here they either lose Nakia or the Monarch. Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, just gotta try to clear up this board a little bit. Now if I draw an untapped white source and they somehow don't cast a creature, I get to plow attack, but that sequence seems unlikely to me. No! Oh, Clamp, how dare you? And then Arboreal Grazer, no! Mazavith, no! Stop it! Stop having all these ways to defend the Monarch. I'll surveil. I don't want that land. Here's Ignoble Hierarch. Here's a Johnny, and then I have to pass the turn way behind. All right. I would really love to draw an untapped white source. Although I guess next turn, unless they have a way to kill 2 dorks, I get to just cast Saskia. Wait, this isn't an Arboreal Grazer. This is the Skyshroud Ranger again. I'm losing my mind. I get to put a land in. It's City of Traders. Tapping all of their mana. I hate that. Titania? They are land something or other. Okay. Untapped white source. Untapped white source. Ah, they have another spell. Not sure we can really win this. Put the clamp on the token. Makes sense to me. Draw for Monarch. White source. Brick on a stick. And they just Mazavith the cat. So whatever else they want. Alright, well, I'll cast Saskia. I don't really have a better play. Here's Saskia. I'll attack with Saskia and the cat. They get to maze 1, block the other. So they probably maze the cat, trade their token for Saskia, draw 2 cards. There's just like not a whole lot I can do about it. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yep. Maybe attacking was bad there, but if I'm not challenging the Monarch, they have the Monarchy and Skull Clamp. I'm just buried here no matter what. I can probably just concede the game, to be honest, but I'll keep playing. Our deck's so explosive. I'm just Fury or Pyrokinesis away from kind of going nuts. Still Explorer. Okay. I can concede here safely. Just go to the next game. And we get to be on the play. And right there, we just saw the, the known issue of a 4-color mana base. I'm keeping this. Go Pilgrim, kill their 1-drop, and start dealing damage. I like it. Oh, come on. God, I feel like I have been getting Gemstone Caverned into oblivion lately. Oh, I just tilted off and clicked through my main phase. Okay, here's a Pilgrim, pass the turn, Chain Lightning, basically anything you do. Or maybe I need to let them cast Nakia, Chain Lightning Nakia. With the Gemstone, I kind of feel like that's where I'm at. Haywire Might, I don't care about. All right, well, that being the case, what mana do I need? I need black-white. I should probably get Bayou, actually, because I have the Pilgrim. All right, get Bayou, cast Voice, slap a Rancor on it, and pass the turn. If they go Nakia Monarch, I get to just Chain Lightning Nakia. I probably should have cast the Elf. That wasn't great. And I just completely forgot about this Elf. Not super safe for you to take the Monarchy, but I don't know what else the deck does. And Nakia has Reach, which is annoying. Yeah, I absolutely should have cast this Elf. Because if I draw a land, I could go Saskia, Rancor. Okay, so bad sequencing. You've shown me that you're a land stack. You have to have lands. Archdruid's Charm. Search your library for a creature or land, reveal it. Land goes in tapped. Now do I kill their Haywire Might? I still don't think it's really worth doing. And if they find a way to kill Saskia, I'll leave it in the graveyard for the Phoenix. If I don't draw a land, what do I do? If I don't draw a land, I'm just casting the Elf. Their deck probably is full of naturalizes. Right, and if I bestow the Phoenix... Oh, Urza Saga's a good one. I kind of have to get rid of the Haywire Might to use the Phoenix. Let's see what we draw. Untapped land. Is this just Saskia? Yeah, this is just Saskia. Just deal max damage. White, black, green, red. It's a shame I screwed up on the elf, but this is still just a lot of damage. They're going to block Saskia. Makes a lot of sense. They're still taking a lot. They'll gain 2. All right, so they go to 10. Are they just dead on board? They have to cast multiple creatures. They can make a construct. I can just cast the Phoenix. Monarchy time. Yeah, it's Monarchy time. Makes sense to me. No more creatures. Fight for the throne. Do I have a second red source? I do not. Okay. Okay, so back to Command Zone. Now I can't Chain Lightning this jerk. It's obnoxious. Demonic Tutor. What do we Demonic Tutor for? Has to be a 2-drop. Oh, we get the discard it +4/+4 trample guy. And not playing this elf was just awful. But I think I get the +4/+4 trample guy. Love to get Bombardiers. Psych, I hate that card. Oh, Barrogoyf would be nice too. What the heck is the name of that thing? We have so many good cards, and none of them are great right now. Bowmaster. Pyrokinesis. So I could just do Pyrokinesis. Yeah. Okay. Get Pyrokinesis. Okay, I think we figured it out. Deal 4 to Nakia. Bestow the Phoenix. And they go to 3. And now I can cast this stupid elf. Yeah, this is a good turn. Haywire Might's gone, so they can't Saga that out. Elf, pass. They are Giga dead on board, and I am the Monarch. And we found Raph and Leo again, which would be nice to put a Phoenix on, but I think this is still right. 5/5 trampling flyer that makes 2 more bodies. I can defend the Monarch from a haste creature that doesn't have trample. Float mana with the Saga. What can you get here that saves you? Like, Ghost Vacuum doesn't matter. Skull Clamp is probably too slow at this point. If they do find a way to kill the Voice of Victory, I just put the Rancor back on the Detective's Phoenix. Shadow Spear? Shadow Spear, 1-drop, equip it. My guy still flies. Very glad the Haywire Might is gone. Expedition Map. That can get Maze of Ith, but I still... Oh, right. So I need to draw a land then for Saskia, but Maze of Ith doesn't save them anyway. Unless they have follow-up creatures. Enide Curator, that's a good creature. I think they're still dead unless they have another creature. Okay. Elf. Just draw an untapped land. Hey! There's never been anyone better at Magic, because sometimes I say a card, and then I draw it. I forgot to tap for green. Dang it. Okay. GG's. Saskia. Babadoa Chi. This video is brought to you in part by Mana Traders. Mana Traders is the rental service I use so that I can bring you all of these different decks super easily. Playing a new deck on Magic Online is as simple as pasting in your list, clicking Rent Deck, accepting the trade. It pops right up. They'll send you the entire list. You just drop it into the trade, click Submit. The best part of all of this is that you can support the channel and get a discount on your subscription using promo code DuelCastMTG. Mana Traders, be a better player. All right, I'm very sorry, everyone. I forgot to hit record again on this fourth match. We're playing against Teval, a deck I have not played against in quite a long time. I have a hand that's really land heavy, but I do like it. They're Sultai, so I don't know if there's some sort of control-y type deal, but Voice of Victory with Saskia hits so hard that I'm going to keep this hand, and I'm just going to hit the play button and go through this quickly because I am sort of running out of time and want to get the fifth match recorded. So they went to 6. I'm going to fetch out Savannah and play Elf and pass. They surveil, and I'm like, ooh, great. I get to go Voice of Victory into Saskia and just hit for 1,000,000. I draw a fetch land, and I'm going to get the Badlands, have all my colors locked up, domain for Kavu or whatever, punch with the Elf, and pass. They go Wild Growth here, and then a Birds of Paradise, and they Fatal Push the Voice, and that's a really important turn. I draw Deathrite Shaman. I should have surveilled there, but I'm going to cast Saskia. Oh yeah, no, I just cast Saskia, hit for 6. I didn't think they were ever blocking with this bird, and pass. The problem with Teval here is that it's a 4/4. So now they have a 4/4. I draw more mana. I'm going to cast the Halfling and Saskia and pass. Deathrite is uniquely bad against them because it makes them zombies by taking stuff from their graveyard. And then they go Slowgurk. And this is a huge engine. Now they get to buff Slowgurk, bring back lands with Teval, and make zombies. They're down to 2 cards in hand, but we don't play Wraths. And I draw another land. I surveil and put away another land. And I have to pass here, and at their end step, probably exile my own Voice of Victory to gain life. They Worldly Tutor for Tatiova, which is just so sick. And it's funny to me that since the Lumber Band, everyone's kind of looking for what should my lands deck be. And this one, I don't think is great. It's really commander heavy, but absolutely train wrecked us. I'm going to gain 2 life with Deathrite, see what I draw. It's another land, and I concede there. So they break serve on play draw in commanding fashion. So I see a hand with a green source and a bunch of spells that it doesn't cast, and the second hand's great. We get to go Bird into May, have the option to Demonic Tutor, and they go land pass, and I'm feeling great. Then we draw Minskin Boo, which they're seeming pretty dead to me. But I don't know. They might just have a lot more interaction than I think. They surveil and dump Crop Rotation, play a Forest and pass, and I am loving life here. So I'm going to go for Saskia over Minskin Boo because I don't want to get Force Spiked, but they have the Wash Away. So May deals them 2 and attacks for another 2. They're at 15, and next turn I have Minskin Boo around the Force Spike I thought they might have, and they cast Slowgurk. So now I'm thinking maybe I just Demonic Tutor and kill this thing. And we draw Snuff Out. And I have to pay 6 life for this Snuff Out. But Slowgurk dies. I go Minskin Boo. I'm going to hit them for 6 here. Yeah, I'm going to hit them for 6. And they're super dead next turn, even with Teval. Because I just, cast Saskia, buff the Boo, attack. And this is what this Saskia deck wants to do. So I play my land, and they concede. So they steamrolled us. We steamrolled them. Let's see how game 3 goes. So now it's game 3, and we're on the draw. I have a hand I like. A Johnny plus Bombardiers is like an insane combo. And so it's a little slow, But then we draw Tainted Pact, and that's awesome. I'm going to bin the Ignoble Hierarch. I don't want to cast that for my curve. I want to find lands. They Wild Growth onto their Dust Bowl. And now I draw a Hushwood Verge, and I'm going to cast a Johnny and pass with full intention of next turn going Bombardiers, fling the cat, flip a Johnny, get to work. They crop rotation for their Underground Sea, and they dismember a Johnny. And now my plan hasn't totally fallen apart. We still have Bombardiers, but it's not looking great. And they have Walk-in Closet for a Crucible effect. And now they can go really wide with Teval. So I kind of have to get them dead. And I'm going to go Bombardiers, attack for 4. I'm not interested in flinging the token here. That can do other things at some point. And next turn, I have Saskia coming. Bombardiers has Menace. So if they tap out for Teval here, I feel kind of good. And then they have a fetch land and they make a zombie. And so now I'm realizing they can block Bombardier. So what I want to do is cast the Territorial Kavu, kill Teval, and then hold up Tainted Pact and try to find a way to kill them that way. And I'm fine with them trading their zombie for this cat token. And that's what they do. So now they're at 10, and I'm thinking, how do I kill you? If I had a red card, I could Tainted Pact for Fury. They Worldly Tutor and get Ice-Till Explorer. And Ice-Till Explorer with Teval seems insane. So I kind of have to kill this thing. But I'm also... They have 2 cards in hand. And they haven't killed Bombardiers yet. So I'm thinking, all right, I just want to kill you. And I'm going to get the Territorial Hellkite, because it's just lethal this turn. And I still block Saskia. So here's the Hellkite, and I'm going to try to get the game over with. And they have an Abrupt Decay for the Bombardier. So I still get to hit them to 6. And with the Ice-Till and the Walk-in Closet, things can go wrong, and they have the Zurin Orb. So if they Walk-in Closet and make it a Zurin Orb, I'm actually in a lot of trouble. I still don't mind... and that they cast a Lotus Cobra, which is really good. So they're drawing hot and absolutely allowed to do that. They have the Walk-in Closet. They're going to cast the Zurin Orb. Now I'm feeling like I can probably never win. So they gain some life. They cast Lumra, which is horrifying for me. And I'm wondering if I'm dead here. They also dismember the Hellkite. So I have to kill this Ice-Till Explorer. Like, I just have to. It's already, buried me for a turn. And I'm wondering if with that Tainted Pact, I shouldn't have just killed Ice-Till. But their life total was so low that I thought I could just get the game over with. And so they timed the Abrupt Decay perfectly. And now they have Teval, and I'm pretty sure I can never win this game. I'm going to play it all the way out because their deck is sweet and I want to see it. And so they get in with Lumra. I'm going to take 8. And I'm thinking, okay, I can let them maybe mess up, cast Saskia, attack with this Mawloc, and then discard this guy to give +4/+4, and maybe put them in a weird spot if they are greedy with their blocks. And then I can maybe make them sack a bunch of lands and figure it out from there. So I do feel like I'm still playing the game. And they do not take a greedy block, they take the correct block. They sack that land now, which I think is fine, but I get to kill Lumra and a zombie. The problem is they have a Crucible effect, a Zurin Orb, and a Lotus Cobra, and then they just cast their Tatiova. So now they're drawing cards, making zombies, making mana, gaining life. They have the squandered resources. And I am basically dead on board my next turn. But they're popping off. They Fatal Push Saskia, and I'm at 3. I want to take my draw. It's lightning, not helpful. I cast Saskia. I attack with her for funsies, and then I die. So this was a fantastic game of Magic. This is why I love Duel Commander, is like this kind of game. The draws are exciting. They're super important. Well, that's with every format, but draws in this format can feel incredibly important. They found the pieces they needed before I could. They timed their interaction exactly right. And they got there with a sweet deck. So GG's opponent, this was awesome. Let's go to match number 5. Round number 5 against Basim. They're an interactive deck. I can't risk it. I like all the cards, but we only have one land, and it only taps for green until I have something else. So I'll mulligan. This is really nice. I think I want Lightning over General Ferris. Is that true? I have Surveil into a Johnny, into Flage, or Lightning. I'm going to keep this. And I mean, going wide with flyers is probably pretty good. Lightning is basically a combo kill, though. Yeah, I'll put back Rockrick. They go fetch land pass. Let's go. Because next turn they probably want to cast Basim, and then aside from subtlety, I get to resolve a Johnny. And the fourth land is huge. Huge fourth land for Saskia. I want Giver, but it's like really off curve for what I want to be doing. I'll dump Giver. I think we have more impactful draws that deal more damage. Giver in this deck, if you're trying to curve out, really only feels good on one. They Surveil, and they keep the card. Boo! Boo! Don't see cards you want. All right, here is Basim Ibn Ishaq from Assassin's Creed. All right, no Bauble to follow it up, which is good news. Basim draws cards when you cast historic spells and then becomes unblockable. Tainted Pact. That's good for later. I think I get red-white off this land and then black-red off this one. I need red, white for Flage, so awkward. I'm going to get red-white, so we have full domain. Plateau, a Johnny. And I'll probably just use Flage to kill Basim if I can, and just, again, deal damage. I think Basim is such a good card advantage engine in reality that killing him before things start to go off the rails is really important. The Soulstone. Boo. All right. So now they have 2 mana up again. That's lame. Aether Spellbomb. That answers the cat. All right. Basim getting in, and he gets bigger. And then they're going to Spellbomb the cat right now. I think that's reasonable. So do I cast Lightning? No, because Basim will be... Well, Basim won't immediately be bigger than her. But Basim draws cards and everything. I want to kill Basim. I've made up my mind. Get green-white here. Flage, red, white, and 1. Flage Basim. Good night, sweet prince. Go to combat. Declare attackers. Attack you for 1. Pass the turn. How much mana do I have in the graveyard right now? 4. I'm always thinking about Detective's Phoenix in this deck. It's just such a potent finisher. They tap out for Basim. We get Saskia. All right, they're leaving all their mana up. That makes sense to me. So I think I go Keen-Eyed Curator, hold up Tainted Pact. Pyrokinesis. Yeah, I'll go Keen-Eyed Curator. Well, I'll attack with the Johnny first. Johnny's not really doing much at the moment. So they now know I'm not casting Saskia. And I'm hoping this incentivizes them using mana. 5 mana? What do you have that's 5 mana? Wan Shi Tong. I think I PK this guy. Sorry, Lightning. But Wan Shi's really good. All right, you'll draw a card. Oh, you draw 2 cards. Man, Wan Shi's good. Go to 15. And I'll cast the Curator and hold up Tainted Pact. Although, do I just want to get the Curator to 7/7? Oh no, I want a Tainted Pact for frickin' Detective's Phoenix. Start bashing. Grim Bauble. That'll kill a Johnny. Boo. Why'd you kill my Johnny? I should probably hold the Tainted Pact and just eat things out of the graveyard. Creature. Yeah, I've changed my mind about what I'm supposed to do here. Artifact. I have very little faith in Saskia resolving. That's a sweet draw. That's a really sweet draw. Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk. I think I go haste here. Combat. Declare attackers. Hit for 5? All right, something's happening. A lot of mana again. Necron Deathmark. When this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target creature, and target player mills 3 cards. Well, that's unfortunate. It's a 5/3? Can I Tainted Pact for anything here? I don't think so. So they wipe my board. The stinker. The heck is this card? 5 mana Chupacabra with Flash? And it mills you? All right. Well, kind of a beating. When I talked to Jay about this deck, he was like, yeah, you can deal a lot of damage, but if they do anything to you, you probably lose. Which is very funny. Pyrogoyf's probably pretty big, right? I have creature, instant, creature, land, creature. You have instant, creature. Okay, so Pyro and Baragoyf aren't really very big. This thing hits for 5, too. It's Card's cool. Do I just want to get a frickin' white source to flashback Flage? I have 4 cards in hand. I think I kind of do want to do that. Territorial Kavu, no. Territorial Hellkite, still no. General, no. Wooded Foothills, yes. All right. I can cast the Hierarch after I cast Flage. So we have white, white, red. I'll get Badlands. Go red, red, white, white. Cast Filage. Exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely shooting Basim again. No! Malcolm. So they'll draw a card, sure. I gain 3. I cast Hierarch. Oh, mental misstep. They paid 2 life, sure. Wish I'd had Arena of Glory. Should I have gotten Arena of Glory? Am I an idiot? Oh, I should have gotten Arena of Glory. I am an idiot. You live, you learn. I wasn't playing Modern in the Flage Arena hellscape. They tapped mana and then thought better of it. Getting in with Malcolm makes sense to me. They have 4 cards in hand. We have none. They're a blue-black deck, so don't love it for me. True Name Nemesis. Sure. That bricks Flage, but doesn't stop us from gaining life and stuff. What does Grimbauble do when you... Or wait, yeah, what does this do? At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. And Grimbauble, sacrifice it to Surveil 2. Well, I'm always casting Saskia here. It is kind of a bummer that we don't really have any card draw. Okay, countered. Return Saskia to command zone, yes. Surveil. Fury to top for sure. How much mana does this cost to harness? 7, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that yet. Go to combat, player attackers. I'm going to shoot the 5-3. Malcolm, because they can double block Flage here. And so maybe it would have been smart to... Well, no, they had counterspell, right. I was thinking maybe it would have been smart to attack, kill a thing, and then escape him. But then he gets countered, so this is fine. They're down to 2 cards in hand. Malcolm can fix their hand. Soulstone can bring back that Necron in a little bit. The Vision. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. It gains double strike, it gains indestructible, or you draw a card. Okay, it's a 2/5. Winter Moon. That's really bad for me. And they'll draw a card. Oh, that's really bad for me. And then they have a Swamp. So they have a non-creature spell. They give this guy double strike. I'm still attacking and killing Malcolm and then trying to escape Flage again. Oh no, because the stupid Winter Moon. Only get to untap 1 land. Crud. I think that card, like, solos us. So I have red-white, which means I need to get green-black. Why are you playing Winter Moon? Sicko? I love that for you. I hate it for me. That's right. We knew we were drawing Fury. Fury doesn't kill a Winter Moon. If they want to do the block double strike thing, I at least get to kill this guy. All right, they don't want to do that. Fury doesn't even kill this. F6. At least it takes them pretty far from harnessing this. Jite? What do you mean? What do you mean? Stop. Jite on a true name. Never beating that. And they're going to equip it to this guy. Because he has double strike now, doesn't he? Well, that gains a lot of life. He has vigilance too? The heck? I'm going to keep playing the game, but this doesn't feel very winnable. Wild Nakadal is something to cast. So they can give this +4/+4. Can't even attack with Flage here? I mean, I'm going to attack. I'm going to Lightning Helix them. And then I'll just try to escape him again. Nope, I tapped horribly wrong to be able to do that. We're going to double block. Get GT counters. Yeah, no, I didn't think about that when I untapped the black-green land. I'll deal 6 to this guy. I'm dead here. We can go to the next game. We need our opponents not to do things to us. I cannot make that any clearer. They interacted with us so much. And then they had that, whatever that stupid card was, the Vision. We have 2 removal spells, a decent 2-drop. Yeah. Initiative isn't great against Basim because he gets unblockable, but it does still kill really fast. Malira. I will take Malira. Will I take Malira? I lied. I don't think I want Malira. I don't like Malira as a card generally. In this deck, it makes sense. It's a 2-mana 3/3. But because we already have an aggressive 2-drop, I think I'm fine just pitching her. All right, they probed me and then played a command tower and passed Arena of Glory. That's good with Seasoned Engineer. Starting town, red, Green. Wiccafolk. Oh, it's in there. Let's go. No. Ooh. I just talked about this. Don't do things to us. I don't have a swamp for this snuff out, which is annoying. They cast Basim. Oh, frog? Do I think they'll discard their hand to protect this frog? We're gonna find out. If they want to dump their hand here to save this frog, they may. Like that is fine with me. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that they would, but it was possible. And then we've got a 1-mana 2/2. Wow, Nakatl. Get to work. Barrogoyf. Barrogoyf? Come on. That's actually alright. I'm going to haste up this Dungeoneer, and then I have a blocker. Lightning Bolt's no good against a Barrogoyf. Barrogoyf's an insane card. I'm going to exert this arena. Go get a basic. I don't know what our basics actually are. Plains. Great. Wild Nakatl's a 3/3. Go to combat. I'm going to attack with the Dungeoneer. They gain more life than I can deal them, but we get the Explore, the Godless Shrine. And then if they're into like just attack with Barrogoyf and they don't have anything else useful, we can win that damage race. Removal spell on Nakatl here would be kind of brutal. Yes, I am always making this block. They go back to 19. Really wanted the Dungeoneer to get a counter on it. 4 mana. Kaito. That can stun my Dungeoneer. Super annoying. Super annoying. I mean, Saskia can just kill it in combat, I guess. Do I want a Lost Well? I can still just Forge here. The Seasoned Dungeoneer do the Saskia thing. You're a human soldier. I don't think soldier is one of the types. Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard. I'm going to go down the Lost Well. I want to answer this Barrogoyf so badly. Both of these cards are actually pretty good. I can cast them, I think Jennifer to bottom, Mother to top, Plains, white, green, black, go to 13, red, cast Saskia. I have to kill the Kaido. That's not a card I'm beating long term. And it puts a Planeswalker into the graveyard, though. I think it's a 5/6. If they don't do anything else super impactful, I'm going to take the hit from Barrogoyf. I think I kind of need to take the hit from Barrogoyf no matter what. Stupid Snuff Out doesn't kill Barrogoyf, our biggest enemy. Next turn, I have Mother plus make a treasure. I'm going to take a hit from this Goyf. I'm not thrilled about it, but they'll get a basic. I can Bolt Basim and try to get the initiative back. See what they mill over. Oh, they can pick up Kaito. Wait. Okay. No, they can't. I just had a little mini mental breakdown. Thoughtseize, Watergrave, good. They didn't hit a creature. Oh, yes, they did. Svelune. Svelune does not die to Lightning Bolt. It does die to Snuff Out. Here's Basim. Svelune will draw a card now. Oh, Aether Spellbomb? Come on. Come on. So obnoxious. Am I dead here? Tainted Pact. Can you answer a Barrogoyf Tainted Pact? You can. It's called Swords to Plowshares. Gonna shock. Lightning Bolt Basim. But also just get another haste creature. Goyfs don't kill Goyfs. That's how that works. That Barrogoyf. I could have gone for a hasty Barrogoyf. Shoot. All right, let's see if they want to interact with Mother. I'll Tainted Pact here and just look for Swords to Plowshares. Delighted Halfling's a no. Catacombs is a no. Badlands, no. Johnny, no. Rancor, no. Demonic Tutor, no. We're doing that right now. Bomanzo, no. Give me my Swords to Plowshares, or an equivalent. I'll take an Erode. Ugh, Minskin Boo. Doran's a no. Mana Confluence is a no. I'm here thinking about 4th Aerolingus. I could have gone hasty something. It was probably bad. They have an Aether Spellbomb out, so Detective Phoenix is not good. Pyrokinesis doesn't kill that Goyf, nor do I have a red card. Hey, found the plow. Had to exile 30 X cards. Plow your Goyf. Please don't have anything. Yay. Attack. I assume they just bounce it with Spellbomb. Yup. And I pass. I cannot go to 1 to snuff out Svelune, I don't think. They have to Lost Well now. Or they could go Forge anyway. No, they're going to Scry. I don't know if we have any life gain at all in this deck. It wouldn't surprise me if not, because we want to deal damage, not gain life. You kind of have to deal with the Mother. Long goodbye. Yeah, that'll deal with the Mother. Then dismember the Dungeoneer? Come on. And then they can cast Svelune. So now I do have to go to 1. They had it all. They had it all. Oculus? I can snuff that out. And I'm going to do it now before they make a 2/2. All right, I go to 1. Tapped land, Saskia, red, 1, black, white, 2. Oop. Well, I tapped 1 too many mana. All right, you take 6, and I make a treasure. And you deal me 1 damage. All right, we're at 1. They're at 18. And I find Something broke into haste out here. Basim's back. Don't draw anything good. Okay. So the plan here is clearly just cast a historic spell and make him unblockable, kill me. Makes sense. We make a 4-1. Does not have haste. Lelia. Lelia has haste. And if she bottles a removal spell, we're in good shape. And they have Spell Unit in hand, so it actually has to be a removal spell. That's not. I think we're dead. Block. Make the mistake. Block. No, block. Come on, block. Don't do anything else, though. Just block. Dang it. Barrogoyf gains so much life. Dump the bird. Right, he becomes unblockable. Cast a historic spell. He can't be blocked this turn. I couldn't let Oculus make it 2-2. Like, I feel like I just had to snuff it out. Cling to Dust. Lelia gets bigger. Do they have Spell Unit in hand? Why do I think they do? I thought they picked it up with Barrogoyf. They're casting a spell, which means I'm dead. Yeah, they did have Spell Unit this whole time. GG's. All right. Let's do Final Thought. Deck's fun. 2-3 with Saskia. It is nice to just kind of... You can't turn your brain totally off, but just kind of go brain off, cast creature, attack with creature. That said, Jay has told me multiple times this deck is either you absolutely steamroll them or you probably lose, and we did see that. Glarb, just we couldn't beat a Thought Lash, and then they resolved a Murktide Regent. I do wonder if this deck wants more evasion somehow. I don't really know. I mean, you're in 4 colors. I'm sure you can find evasive creatures, but then they won't be as big. And we want big, dumb, smashy smashes. Game 2 against Crystal, a deck I'd never seen before, but seems kind of like 4-color VV-ish pile. That deck was cool, but, steamrolled. We dealt so much damage that we won through an Omnath that had been sticking around. Granted, they flooded out really badly, but this deck deals so much damage. And then lost, and then won. I don't remember the games in, like, total clarity. Then we played against Nakia, which is just, our creatures are bigger, and we may even have more creatures. I don't know if that's true, but they were also trying to do some sort of land synergy stuff. And the game we lost, it was just Titania and Skullclamp, which is going to happen, but the games where they didn't have that engine and had to rely on the Monarch, we just kind of rolled them. Match 4 against Teval, I'm sorry again for forgetting to hit record for the live commentary, but, game 1, they got their engine going. It felt unbeatable. Game 2, we dealt a lot of damage. And then game 3 was really close. They were able to stabilize at, like, 2, which was awesome. And that game, I think, could have gone either way, depending on who drew what. And then Basim is a blue-black deck, and I don't know, that one felt very hard. They have a card draw engine, an unblockable creature, tons of removal, some counter magic. That one didn't feel great. But Jay, I hope this is enjoyable for you. I did really like this deck. I get why you insist on playing it. What a sussy baka. So if you are still here and hanging out, thank you so much for dueling with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.